and then, like, you look up in the other direction and there's another lion just, like, having babies and they're just bouncing out.
Exactly. Also, Dante got choked out because reasons. And then...
Man, you really just don't want to use that rebirth. I respect it.
Because I can use it, but it's like, I could also win without it. It's just Dante legit just got choked for, like, no reason, and I couldn't really help him.
Was it like... I wasn't paying attention. I was thinking about lions being sprung into the air with sonic springs and crazy shit. I'm sorry. I was kind of focused on how crazy that would be.
He like grabbed Dante, and I was able to switch to Virgil, but
oh,
no.
you can play as Virgil now?
No, and yes. I guess whenever Dante is just like stuck or something, you switch to Virgil, but I couldn't figure out the buttons for him, so I was just kind of standing there a
Solid.
lot.
Oh, you got aided.
That's fine. So
I gotta say, Dante with like the devil armor and then like the bazooka looks pretty sweet.
Oh.
You know, the first spear ever made was called Magnus.
The first what?
The
Spear?
First spear. Yeah, it was called Magnus Spear.
Are you sure about that?
And that's what Magnum condoms are called.
No, wait, dude.
Magnum.
Are you sure it's not based off the gun?
Well, Magnum is supposed to be like big, is like kind of the definition for Magnum, which is why it's called, you know, which is why Danny DeVito was like,
and he just leaves again. He's just out.
He's a ghost.
What is the spear? Spear of Magnus is from Smite. Spear of the Magus. So, I assume that's like some mythological spear, but I don't think it's like the first spear. Let me see what the first spear is, because I feel like some caveman just like, you know, probably was just like, and then like made a stick and like stabbed something with it, and that was probably like, it was probably not like, you know, legit good spear or anything like that, but I assume it was just kind of like something stabby that was long.
Well, I mean,
nothing comes up. It all goes to military tactical stuff, because apparently First Spear is a company or something like that. Vision Augmentation System. First Spear. It's a bunch of different stuff, but it's all... Oh, it's like a company or something like that.
You said it was a company. That's
tactical gear. Sorry. It's all tactical gear stuff, so I guess I don't know how to go about looking that up, honestly.
What, the first spear made? Or,
I guess.
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like cave people that were like, kill. We need kill.
Ever made.
This is kill.
Yeah, basically. Neanderthals were constructing stone spearheads from as early as 3000 BP and by 2,500,000 years ago. Sorry, 2,050,000 years ago. Wooden spears were made with fire-hardened points from circa 200,000 BCE onwards. Middle Paleolithical humans began to make complex stone blades with flaked edges, which were used as spearheads. So yeah, they took a rock, made it point, and then stabby things.
Exactly. No!
How they got those things to like stay though, like the spearheads on like sticks? Oh, I guess that makes sense actually. You could like fashion it like that way, but like with like leather and stuff like that. But
crap, I can't do that. So I think what they did was they jammed the rock so hard into the wood that they could never get it out.
I think that's part of it, yeah. And then they strung it like together on that.
Exactly.
Man, it must have been quite the day when, like, saber-toothed tigers and shit like that, like, suddenly, like, they're not the dominant species, and just, like, they jump at dudes and, like, see their brothers just getting, like, stabbed, and they're just like, what the fuck?
I mean...
Having, like, flashbacks.
I mean, I'd be surprised, because, like, saber-toothed tigers can't talk, but, you know.
Well, I mean...
can they? Do you know that? I'm just curious.
I mean, they're extinct. Will we ever know? Maybe Neanderthals made them extinct for a reason. Because they knew too much.
I mean, I don't want to say you're wrong, but I don't know.
You never know.
I don't know. I just said I didn't know. You never listen to me. Why don't you ever talk to me? Like, you can say stuff right. Like, why did you kill the slugs? So I don't gotta kill them. I'm dying.
Because he's too cool to help you out.
Well, why don't you do it then?
Me?
Yeah.
Because I'm not playing. Yeah, I just jump in there and start like fucking wrestling one.
Exactly. Oh no, Virgil.
That'd be cool. If there, dude, in the future, if there's like a video game where you get to like legitimately jump in like VR style and just do shit like that, that'd be sweet. I want there to be like an MMO that appears VR style. Like, I think it'd be really cool to have something like Skyrim or something set up where like you're running around with like a bunch of people, first person, but also like can be third person. You know what I mean? Like, cause like with that idea of like that side scroller that we were talking about. Oh damn, dude! I'm gonna let you focus because you're kind of you're in a rough spot. Oh no! Jump! Oh, I suck. That Mark Zuckerberg.
Virgil didn't help me.
Well, yeah, Virgil's an asshole.
I mean, you know, he can be cool sometimes.
He can try. But like, I think it'd be really, really cool, going back to that conversation about like that side scroller, because like, if you have something set up where like Skyrim, where you can go first person but also third person, then you can scroll out like that, and you can have like the spatial awareness and like the VR setup, you know what I mean? That then, like, I think it'd be cool to have that set up so that you could see third person and still look around and have, like, the camera move around with your head and stuff like that. And run around and play something. Just like an MMO that has, like, it could just be a standard MMO just set up for VR. That would be really sweet. I think. I think there would be a new generation of, like, WoW losers. You know what I mean? Like, WoW... I say that lovingly, by the way, because, like, I definitely have lost some time. Not into, like, WoW, but I played, like, a shit ton of RuneScape growing up. I got my 99 woodcutting cape, and then I stopped playing the game, because that was the whole game for me, but... that being said, I put quite some time into chopping trees down in that game. But, like, anyways, point is that, like, I think MMOs are fucking awesome. And it makes sense to me that a lot of people kind of turn to them as a, I don't want to say an escape, but a bliss, you know what I mean, when they're playing them.
Yeah.
And I don't know, something VR like that would probably attract a whole new audience and be a whole new era and fun time of sort of, because, like, that's what I think, like, MMOs, not necessarily are missing nowadays, but, like, when RuneScape started off, and when, like, I used to play Neverwinter Nights and stuff like that, you'd have, like, dedicated servers and people playing the game. Now, I feel like that's still there, but it's a lot more meta when you're playing the thing. You know what I mean? When RuneScape originally came out, if you could just wander into a town not knowing what the fuck you were doing, you just, like, yell out to a crowd of people and be like, hey, does anyone know how to do this quest? And then, like, 3 people would walk over and be like, yeah, bro, you gotta go do this and this and this and this. And now, like, if you were to do the same thing, most people are just gonna be like, just look it up online. You know what I mean? But with, like, a VR MMO, I feel like there would be a lot of potential for, like, that kind of, like, exploratory and, like, fun new thing. Because you don't want to go look it up online. That's a whole nother, like, you have to take the headset off, you have to go check, you have to go do all this shit. You know what I mean? And, like, if you have that, like, level of immersion reintroduced, it would be really fun to have a whole community of people kind of playing something and building something like that. I don't know. I feel like that's something that's a little lackluster more recently because of the accessibility of information on the internet. You don't need to play games with people because you can just look stuff up, and that's fine. But, like, I don't know, for example, playing through, like, Super Mario 64 without a guide and having to figure everything else out and stuff like that. Or Super Mario RPG, right?
Yeah.
With, like, the secret... It has, like, the secret, there's, like, a underground, like, gambling or game zone. I forget what it's called. But, like, most people didn't know how to get there, and you had to sort of play the game a lot and find out all these puzzles and figure out all these things to actually access that place. Now you can just look it up online.
Yeah.
And I kind of try not to do that when I'm playing games a lot, but it's almost hard not to be exposed to that information at these times. But that's why I'm just saying, like, something new in a VR sense like that with an MMO that just kind of drops, and that would be cool.
Yeah, because I would think, like, it meant, like, maybe not necessarily Dungeons and Dragons, but, like, it's just, like, you and, like, I don't know, 3 other people, whatever, are just, like, you know, wandering through a forest or something, and it's, you know, you encounter, like, some, I don't know, monster or something. Everybody has their own abilities, their own things, whatever, that they can do. And depending on how it's made, it can be, like, for example, if you're a mage, right, you have, you know, weak defense, good long-range stuff, whatever. So you have to, like, communicate with others, tell them, you know, I gotta, like, find a place to, like, sit down and, you know, charge up my magic, whatever. While everybody else is rushing in, trying to do stuff, things like that. And you have to not only communicate, but also, you know, strategize with others to figure out how to do things. You have to, you know, you would explore around stuff. You actually have to look around the map, you know, with your actual eyes and stuff to actually see. Fuck. Go get him, Virgil! You have to, like, you know, like, I feel like there's a lot that could be done with that, just because of the
immersion.
Yeah, just because it's pretty much a step from being actually in the world. You know what I mean? It's like,
right. I see. That's the thing. Like, when I think back to, because I used to play Neverwinter Nights, and there's many different versions of Neverwinter Nights, but the one I'm talking about is like the original Platinum Edition, which had like a ton of cool mods and a whole community based around it. But I used to play on this very specific server that was a Dragonlance server, and me and my brother would play it. He had more knowledge of the books than I did, but I just liked playing it because I was like super into it growing up. Oh, we did it! And I say we as if I'm taking credit for all the fucking hard work that you just did. Sanpyoka! But yeah, so like I would play that growing up, and I kind of want to watch the cutscene because I feel like important shit's gonna happen right now.
Maybe. It might be cool.
Oh, that's pretty sweet. I'm not gonna. Oh, and dude, yeah, and he grabs Virgil's blade. Yeah. Do we get Virgil's blade now?
No.
Oh. But then we could be a cool weeb.
You can get it in 4. Not in this.
Let me guess. He's dead, but he's not.
Who knows?
Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, damn. I don't think Sparta looked like that, though.
It's debatable.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, Virgil's like really growing on me really fast. I don't know why, it's just like his voice. Like, I like his voice a lot. I often like voices that don't feel like common. You know what I mean? Like, if you watch, Glitch Text, I really like Five's voice in that. I don't know who it is, but, like, his voice is very, like... It has a real, like, unique sound to it. And Virgil kind of has like a unique sound to his voice too. Just, yeah. Anyways, Neverwinter Nights. I would play on this server. There was only it was like 40 people could be on the server at the same time, and there was only like about 60 people dedicated to it regularly, right? But I started like knowing and getting familiar with these people, right? And like it was just cool to see like the same people jumping on with different characters and doing all these things, but it was all like super roleplay heavy, right? So you didn't get really much of out of character stuff. Most of it was like interactions with, but like people were like super into it. It felt like super good. And then like I feel like that's just not as big a thing in MMOs as much as it could be. Like I feel like if you get really immersed into it and start role playing and doing stuff, that it can just be a really, really fun, cool experience. But most people are just like way too like I don't know. They walk in and just don't want to do it, and that's fine, I guess. But like, I feel like it could add to the experience in a lot of ways, if you're up for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just want to be able to suplex people. That's all I want. If I could do that, then I can roleplay perfectly.
That's all you do with your character?
Yeah.
Just suplex people?
And I'll level up my suplex and make it cause
They call me
earthquakes.
suplex because I suplex.
Exactly.
I'm about to suplex my suplex.
Dude. You just don't know.
What have I done wrong? Even heroic Sparta sacrificed a woman so that he could become a legend. I wish to be a god. And I sacrificed one miserable human being for that reason. That is all. Was that really so awful?
Yeah. You're a dick.
You kinda caused the apocalypse to an extent. But, you know.
Mary died a long time ago. My name is Lady. Goodbye, Father.
Goodbye, adult man.